Choosing the top racing games for PC is not an easy task. So many factors are contributing. The genre is not just about graphics quality and spine-chilling sound design. It is also about immersing you in the action as if you were in the driver's seat, eyes strained as the asphalt whips by at 240 kilometers an hour. A good racing game feels natural, whether you perfect your timing for a precise gear shift or blasting out the back end of a gorgeous drift through a hard bank curve. So, if you're seeking to jump in and start the engine of a fantastic racer, whether it is an elaborate sim or an arcade thriller, we have collected some fast PC racers for you. So stay tuned till the end of the video to learn everything you need to know about our top 10 racing games for PC in 2022. Number 10. Forza Horizon 5. The next open world arcade racing from Playground Games departs from the British Isles and heads to Mexico. The landscape in Forza 5 Horizon is 50% larger than one in Horizon 4, and it is packed with vast desert highways, small Mexican villages, and magnificent canyons, building on the previous game's amazing seasonal effects that bring the world to life. Storms may whip up violent winds at any time in Horizon 5. There's enough material to keep you coming back, as in-game seasons change every week and new events arise to earn points redeemable for unique automobiles. Number 9. Dirt Rally 2. Dirt Rally 2 is not the racing game for you if you do not know your gas-powered strut from your drive shaft. Try Dirt 4 instead if you're seeking a casual driving experience. Merely going from A to B a little faster than you would ordinarily be able to be on your regular commute. Your co-driver will fire instructions, numbers, and directions at you thick and fast in Rally 2.0, and if you cannot handle the different terrains and hairpin curves, you will be bashing into a tree before you know it. Codemaster's driving game does not have a tutorial. Instead, you will have to learn through making many trips to the hospital. The senses are overwhelmed by heavy smashes as if a flashbang had detonated in your bonnet. If you're stuck in traffic, surface deterioration will make even driving in a straight line difficult. Each race is painstakingly handcrafted, enticing loyal fans to memorize every perilous twist and turn. Number 8. Shift 2. Shift 2 may have the finest balance of realism and accessibility of any game in our list. It is not simply how the car handles, frightening yet capable, but how it consistently considers what players need to achieve at a high level. Shift 2 offers a dynamic perspective that varies gradually dependent on context, rather than locking your vision and staring out the window or asking you to pay the track IR to tilt your head. Shift F2 is focused on conveying the excitement and achievement of high-performance driving, and it does so excellently. The consideration also applies the depth of field. When someone is hot on your heels, items further away get fuzzier while your mirrors sharpen. It may appear gimmicky, yet it all feels as natural as driving a real automobile. Number 7. Project Cars 2. You may have observed that when you blend steering and acceleration inputs, real automobiles seldom cartwheel into the edge. In fact, they are rather adept at turning around corners. It's almost as if some engineer had considered the issue throughout the design phase. While performance vehicles in Project Cars 2 are more likely to bite back, they are also better at turning. Throw a Ferrari or a Lamborghini around the track, and you'll probably spend more time having fun than worrying about the lack of rewind button in real life. Even when you give the throttle some beans, cars really travel around the turns. The most remarkable update is the game's incredible weather system. If you do not want to compete online, there is even a half-decent AI to race against. A successful sequel, and even better, the devs are working on a Fast and Furious game. 6. TRACKMANIA 2 Canyon. Any racing game veteran will tell you that good course design is a vital component of any decent racing game. And it is, in this category, that TRACKMANIA 2 Canyon truly shines. Track in this game takes on another horrifying Hot Wheels-inspired new meaning, when in other games a hairpin turn, G-force Latin camber, or high-speed straight would suffice. Sweeping barrel rolls near impossible leaps and floating platforms that defy physics are what distinguish the TRACKMANIA series from other arcade races. The true heart of TRACKMANIA 2 may be discovered online, where other people's creative, complicated designs take center stage. The rivalry is strong and frenetic. A race may rapidly turn into a funny highlight reel of missed leaps and unexpected turns. the racing fundamentals make for an excellent pick-up and play multiplayer game that you can get lost in for hours. That is primarily due to how simple the vehicles are to operate, but once you hit the often ridiculous tracks, it is anyone's guess who will win. Number 5. Driver, San Francisco. Every arcade racer should be as entertaining as this one. Driver San Francisco would be Steve McQueen digitized and converted into a video game. While Driver SF includes automobiles and inspirations from a number of periods, it takes a 1970s style approach to everything. It adores American muscles, roaring motors, squealing tires, and San Francisco's incredibly steep hills and twisty roadways. It may feature the finest soundtrack of any racing game, as well as some of the best event diversity. It also features one of the most original plots in the genre. Rather than being restricted to a single vehicle, you may easily switch your vehicle for any others on the road with the press of a button. As a result, in many races, the car you finish in may not be the one you started in, and in car chases, you will quickly learn to teleport through traffic to engineer a variety of automotive disasters just to annoy your opponents. It is strange, unique, and always entertaining. As we have previously stated, modern racers can learn a lot from Driver San Francisco. They don't make them like this one anymore. 4. F1 2020. F1 2020 is the hardest, full, and absorbing entry yet in a decade-long series. With an unusually substantial revamp at a time when other annualized sports games are phoning it in. Aside from meticulous changes to the great driving and 2 new courses, the big addition this year is the ability to begin career mode as both a team boss and a driver, adding a touch of management realism to what remains the market's premier F1 racing game. Now for our top 3. And coming in at number 3, Race Injection. A list of great simulation racing games would be incomplete without mentioning Simbin. While the studio appears to have gone off the rails with the dubious free-to-play race room racing experience, Simbin was race sim royalty in the mid-2000s. Race Injection is their crowning achievement, a package that encompasses everything they accomplished with the GTR series and Race 07. These are difficult games, but the World Touring Car Cup races modified sedans should ease you into serious racing. Even a racing Honda Accord is still a Honda Accord, and the WTCC's slightly slower speed and difficulty is an excellent place to learn the tracks and Simbin's superb physics. As far as sim racing goes, for the money, you can't do better than Race Injection. Even as Injection was released, the race series was getting old, and there's no hiding the old tech it is based on. Do not be fooled by the bland lighting and drab visuals. After a few minutes with these vehicles, you will not even notice the age. Now at number 2, Assetto Corsa Competizione. This racing sim will appeal to die-hard fans of the genre while also outperforming the original Assetto in nearly every aspect, a feat that requires exceedingly high expectations. Competizione took a time to make its way through the upheaval of early access, but with its 1.0 release, there are just a few issues remaining to squash. We are also pretty captivated by it. Phil Iwaniuk discusses how Assetto differs from its predecessor in our assessment. There is more to distinguish Assetto Corsa Competizione from its predecessor than just an endurance racing license, he argues. It is more polished, more precise, and provides more opportunities for long-term single-player satisfaction. Now, at the top of our list, number 1, iRacing. iRacing blurs the distinction between fun and labor. Its vehicles and circuits are meticulously replicated, and its league racing regulations are as strict as you can find in any racing club or track event anywhere in the world. This is a racing game for those who want the real thing and are ready to practice for hours. It is maybe the apex of David Kamer's career as Papyrus Legend. That moniker alone is enough to entice many of us who grew up playing IndyCar and Grand Prix Legends. iRacing is not cheap, but at $50 a year, it is a better deal than many MMOs. You should check also about the best PC MMOs. Its emphasis is also not on visuals. However, its incentives are geared at a select and tough group of players. When you've outgrown the Codemasters games, and even Race Injection is becoming old, this is where you go. In addition, iRacing is in VR and is a thrilling experience. Which of these games is your favorite? You can leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. See you soon, and thanks for watching.